The pull-up is certainly one of the best exercises out there to build a muscular back. Some might even call it the king of back exercises. Well, I wouldn't know about that, but I do know that it is a very effective exercise. Today we're going to be fixing 5 pull-up mistakes most people make that prevent them from getting the best gains out of their pull-ups. Without wasting much time, let's get into the video. Alright, mistake number 1 would be kipping. A lot of people start to use their legs for momentum to pull themselves higher towards the bar. Now, if you're a calisthenics fan, you will know that kipping is not allowed. Kipping takes away the ability of the back muscles to dominate the movement, as the momentum created by your legs is actually what's moving you closer to the bar and not exactly your back muscles. Instead, you want to keep your legs stationary the whole time and ensure that the only parts moving are your shoulders and elbows. Now, kipping can be used as a method to work beyond failure, but most people aren't even advanced enough to be doing that anyway. So leave the kipping to the CrossFitters.
He needs some milk!
Number 2, we have using a partial range of motion. This is when you're not doing a full pull-up from lockout to chin above the bar. A lot of people will only do the top or bottom half of the movement without fully locking out at the bottom, meaning the muscles won't be working through their full range of motion and won't be benefiting from that stretch they get at the bottom and that squeeze they get at the top. Instead of doing partial reps, make sure that you start your pull-ups from a fully locked out and relaxed position, with your reps starting with engaging your scapula, then pulling up until at least your chin is over the bar. If you're advanced, you can even get your chest to touch the bar. Then extend back down to the starting position and repeat for reps. Partial reps are only acceptable as a method to work beyond failure, after you've done all the full pull-ups you can do and you simply can't keep going anymore. Third mistake is rounding your back as you approach the top of the pull-up. This is usually your body's way of compensating for your back muscles' inability to complete the movement. So by rounding your back, you're able to get higher and get your chin over the bar. The bad thing is that rounding your back doesn't do much for your back muscles, as it's mostly just your spine moving. Instead, you want to keep your chest up as you pull up, focusing on trying to get your chest to the bar the whole time. This puts the back muscles in the best position to dominate the movement. Only when you can no longer get your chin over the bar with your chest up is a little bit of rounding acceptable as a method to work closer to or past failure. Mistake number 4 is going too fast. This is common with the calisthenics guys, because the more pull-ups you can do, the more impressive you're gonna be, right? Well, when it comes to muscle growth, speed is actually not good. Doing your pull-ups too fast means you won't be able to establish a proper mind-muscle connection with your back, as your body is just using whichever muscle it can to do as many pull-ups as possible. I used to do this myself, and at the end of the workout, I'd feel more of my biceps than my back. Instead, you want to explode on the way up, really emphasize the squeeze at the top, and slowly come back down to the stretched position. This will also increase your time under tension and ultimately stimulate the back muscles better for growth. Mistake number 5 is using the pull-up as a warm-up. This is something I see in gyms all the time. Most people can't even do 10 decent pull-ups, yet they use them as their warm-up. A proper warm-up consists of at least 12 easy reps. You shouldn't be struggling during your warm-up, yet most people are struggling to do 5 pull-ups during their warm-up. The pull-up is one of the hardest exercises for most people. Do not use it as a warm-up. I'd rather see you use it as one of your main back movements because it has a huge potential to stimulate hypertrophy. That is it. I hope you fix these 5 mistakes and get the best out of your pull-ups. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Comment below if there are any other mistakes not mentioned in this video. Watch the video right here where we tried the impossible pull-up. It was certainly an interesting challenge. With that, I am out.